This live stream is filled with my thoughts and my opinions, and also the thoughts and opinions of others. But none of this is factual. Everything is all alleged. And at the end of the day, we do not know any of these people personally. Now let's get into the live stream. Somebody falsely reported my live for misinformation, and so I had to appeal it to get back on, which is ridiculous. These like people that are stands for these celebrities, like it's really crazy. Like I really think it's like a mental health issue that you are like an adult and you like have this worship for celebrities, people that you'll never meet or never talk to. There's nothing wrong with anyone giving their opinions on a celebrity, even if it's your quote unquote fave. That's weird. That's so strange to me. It's really insane, in my opinion. Like, it's really, really, really weird, this celebrity worship stuff. Y'all got to do better. These celebrities, if you tried to talk to them they wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. So I don't understand the idea of worshiping people that more than likely believe that they're above you and better than you. I don't get it. But anyway, I just wanted to get back on here so to know that you guys, false reporting, it's never going to work because I didn't say anything but my opinion. And T Scorpio that was up here, she didn't say anything either than what her opinion was. Nobody said anything was factual. All of this is just our opinions on what we think. So hopefully T will get the notification that, my appeal was approved or that I'm able to go live again. That way she can come up. Even though I was still going to go live, I was just going to go live on my backup. I got so many backups. So anyway, so I wanted to talk about it. I think what we were talking about was birds of a feather, like flocking together, and the fact that when there are women that men perceive to be loose or 304s or this, that, and the third, they say, oh, these women, they're all friends, they're all hanging out, they're all those are the same type of woman, da, 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 da. But now all of a sudden, because it applies to Jay-Z, now it's something different. You know what I'm saying? Now it's something different. This man was 30 plus years friends, best buddies, BFFs with Diddy. And now y'all think that somehow he's not that guy? He didn't know. He was unaware of the stuff that Diddy was doing. He ain't never see Diddy talk crazy to Cassie or smack her up or yoke her up or do something or anything else. Like none of these SA allegations and all of that. Even though he's been accused of the same things or rumored to be have engaged in the same type of behavior. Me personally, I just don't understand it. T, girl, they reported the live for misinformation. And I was thinking to myself, like, nobody said misinformation. All we said was our opinion. Like, if you want to be a stand and not look in front of your eyes, like, you could say that, like, hey, you get caught up with Diddy, and he's your friend. Maybe you didn't know, which I don't believe that at all. But you had two friends that are in trouble for doing heinous acts to people, R. Kelly and Diddy. Like, at what point do y'all stop making excuses? That's weird. Nobody in real life will be given this type of grace. Imagine somebody that you knew in your personal life and they was best friends or super cool with not one PDF file, but two. You'll be like, oh, I'm not going to hang around that person. They weird. Because ain't no way in the world they had two homies that was on that type of time. They got to be on that type of time too. Even if people don't know. Nobody would give a regular person that type of grace. Nobody. But y'all giving this man grace because y'all jealous and wish y'all could get his money. Or y'all are envious. Or y'all want to be him on some way so y'all give him grace. Or it's because you like his wife's music. Which is all lame and corny. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like mind boggling. And then, like I was saying earlier, I saw people talking about 50 Cent because 50 Cent was on some radio station talking about Jay-Z and Diddy. They're like, oh my goodness, he's exposing them and this and that. 50 Cent ain't no good either. This man came up on the game of bothering people and being a bully and hating. Like, he's also disrespected black women a million different times in a million different ways. And y'all gonna take this Negro word for it? If anything, he probably got a lot of stuff that he didn't did too. It's just not out yet. So it's just like, come on, man, let's be for real. And as I said earlier, y'all talk about Hollywood, Illuminati, conspiracies. You talk about how the fact that Hollywood has been known to be involved in, touching kids, doing stuff like that. If y'all think that, you think a man that's a billionaire and has been famous for 30 plus years, you think that he not in them circles of people? Like, just use your powers of reasoning. And that's how, I know a lot of people don't believe in God and stuff like that. But I do believe, and I'm gonna say this is the reason why it's gonna be so easy for the Antichrist to take over. And I know a lot of people don't believe that, and you don't have to. But I'm just saying, even if you don't believe that, you don't see how easy it would be to get people to be brainwashed on one accord when people are so stupid now. Like, let me block this person, Chachi. You're about to get blocked. Hold on. Let me block you. I'm gonna mute you and then block you. Goodbye. You're gone. Y'all don't think that it would be easy to get people on one accord of stupidity? You see how people are stupid right now in celebrity worship? Like, you don't see how people celebrity worship so much that they won't even trust their own eyes when it comes to things, or their own ears. Anyway, go ahead, T.
Yeah, sis. Girl, man, they hating already. They don't drink no coffee or nothing. Like, come on. Yeah, come on. Who peed in y'all cereal? Jeez. Anyway, so like we were saying that I believe, listen, if you've been in Hollywood over over 12 months, you know what's going on in Hollywood. You're ready already being groomed and ready being told we got secrets amongst us and you got to keep your mouth shut. We doing all kinds of acts, all kinds of illegal activities. You got to be quiet. Absolutely they do. Even when it comes to the music industry, remember, up and down the music industry, they do nothing but illegal activities and make songs about their illegal activities. Even before, what that Devil Leaves was legal, they've been doing that in the studio for a long time. So if you know men that's in the studio doing some illegal substance in the studio to make music, you mean to tell me you're not going to do other illegal stuff? Come on, man. Especially when they on that God complex. They feel like they're untouchable. And the more successful they become in Hollywood and the more money they make, the more their ego goes out of this world. Yeah, to the point that human beings are toys to them. Look, everyone knew, like I would say, everyone knew that P. Diddy was abusive boys. Even if you look at making of the band, it wasn't necessary for that man to make those people go fetch him a cheesecake. He did it because he knew that y'all was desperate. You're gonna do whatever I say, and y'all gonna walk and get my cheesecake. Right then and there, like he was abusive from the beginning, and no one couldn't tell that P. Diddy was abusive to men, women, girls, everybody. Come on, really? And like you said, you made a good point that I find it funny that everybody want to believe in conspiracy theories, but nobody want to believe that this person is capable of doing something heinous in Hollywood. Like, come on. Come on. They come all them years they making, like, they having child actors act doing nude scenes and stuff like that. Come on, going into relationships. The guy that was in the Beatles, he had a full-blown open relationship with a 15-year-old. And everyone knew about it. Everybody knew about it. This was a guy from the Beatles, one of the Beatles members. Or if I would say all of them. Because if one do it, they all do doing it. And it ain't like he hid it. It's not like no one knew. It was out in the open. So with that being, and he was in it.
I'm back. You know what? This is ridiculous. Like, I'm telling you, whoever keeps flagging this live, like, I'm really going to find you and block you. Because it's ridiculous that you keep flagging this live and nobody's giving any type of misinformation. All we are speaking on is our own opinions and thoughts about something that is a public matter. If you want to stand, stand. Just don't stand here in this live. Go somewhere else and do that. Hey, thank you so much, Aaron. I think it's so weird. Like I said, I'm going to try to wait till everybody, that was up here in the box to speak, y'all can speak. But this is just crazy. Like, I mean, this is real weird. It's starting to make me feel like, and this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. People that actually have critical thinking and are able to think for themselves and not be a stan or be a person that is brainwashed easily, those are not the people that y'all want speaking. Y'all want people to say, oh no, I don't think that this person could be capable of anything because I like their music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just real strange, like real weird. Once again, this live is not misinformation. It is an expression of an opinion, period. Like, I really don't understand what it is about me that y'all makes y'all not want to hear what I have to say. That makes you want to report what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm just going to keep going until everybody that was up here, that was here, when it got reported, comes back. So, all I'm saying is this, is that people can quickly say all these Illuminati conspiracies that, people that make it to be like a very far in the industry, or they achieve $1 billion. I mean, if you think in this society, if you're a billionaire, like you haven't had to do some things that are inappropriate, I think that is you believing in a fairy tale about that person, whoever it is, however they present to you when you see their interviews or you see them talking. If you like them, I don't care. Like, if you think that those people have not had to do things that the general public would be disgusted by, you're a goofy. Like, respectfully, you're a goofy. If you think that somebody is able to maintain a celebrity status for 10 years, 20 years plus, and they haven't been involved in some type of behavior that the average everyday person would be disgusted by, okay, then I have some land to sell you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And so you idolizing people that you don't know personally, you idolizing somebody because you have their album, you idolizing somebody because you saw them on TV and they did a performance that you liked, or you're idolizing somebody because you think they're attractive and you think they seem like they're so cool. Do you know what media training is? Media training is to train someone to know how they're supposed to speak and present themselves in public to gain the public's favor and adoration. So it's like, what, you don't know anyone that is a celebrity that's doing interviews. And so when people say, oh, I don't think that Jay-Z would do anything like that. He seems to be so cool. So intelligent. You don't know him. Oh, I think Diddy, he just seems so fun and so cool. I don't think he would ever. You don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I think Beyonce is so great. I loved her performances. She's just so dope. I love the way she dances and sings. She's so amazing and awesome. Look at how she talks when she's in her interview. She just seems so nice. Seems so nice. You don't know her. And I it's just so weird. So many people are brainwashed, and it'd be like older people too. Like, I'm talking about people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. If you're older than 16, honestly, I really do believe that you should be, mentally sound enough to not take a celebrity for face value. Especially when there's already been exposed Hollywood for doing a lot of things when it comes to children, when it comes to a lot of unsavory behavior. Why would you think that your fave would be any different? Because if your fave has managed to be successful and famous in that industry for decades, I can promise you they're not speaking out against nothing that they see. If you think that those people say, oh, no, don't do that, that's not right, that's not morally right, you're a goofy. And I don't care if you like their music or not. Like, it's just strange. It doesn't make any sense. Anybody wants to come up and speak still, y'all can. I don't know why they keep shutting down this live. It's so weird. All I'm saying is use your powers of deduction. If you know in real life, if you knew a man, as I said earlier, you knew a man in real life and he had been exposed for being really close to two men that have violated children, y'all would not trust that man. Y'all would not. Y'all would not trust that man. Y'all would say that that man is suspicious and y'all can't trust him because look at who he's hanging out with. But now all of a sudden, because it's a celebrity, now y'all turn off y'all powers of deduction. It don't make no sense. Okay, I'll let you ladies up. Go ahead, come here. Oh, go ahead, Cam.
Good morning. You can hear
Good
me?
morning. Yes, I can.
Okay. Um, so I don't know if you saw the statement that he made in response to the attorney. Um, but him using the whole, I'm from Brooklyn. We don't move like that response to that type of accusation just blew my mind. Like, as someone that is also from Brooklyn, it's like, dude, there is no street code as far as like how y'all treat women. Like, let's be for real. Okay. And personally, I think in regard to him having the quote unquote alleged son that he's never done the DNA test for, I think that's very telling of any man's character. Like, this has been around for a long time, and he basically has been denying it but has never submitted to a DNA test, which lets me feel like he knows that's his kid and he just doesn't want to pay, because clearly that boy looks like him. And I feel like any man that can have a child in this world and not own them, not acknowledge that, they're their kid, I can't trust anything that you say. Because to me, if you can create a child and not do anything for that child and still go to sleep every night and wake up every day and feel good about yourself, you are literally a sociopath. Like, literally a sociopath. And like, let's be real. Look at Jay-Z. Like just look at him. Back in the day, right? These dudes, even when they were nobody and they weren't even physically appealing, they still had all the audacity in the world. And we're still running around trying to do stuff with younger girls while we were in school. We had the seniors who were 18 trying to talk to middle school girls, all this type of stuff. So imagine if this is during the time where he actually was making a name for himself and coming up to be somebody. He already wasn't attractive. So dudes who are not attractive, if you already have audacity when you're not traditionally attractive, imagine you about to be somebody in life and you're starting to come up now. You really, really feeling yourself. So it's like, I don't think that he, was sitting there like, oh yeah, I'm gonna carry myself this way. I think he was just happy to get in wherever he fit in. Like most of these unattractive dudes, whoever was willing to give it to them, they were willing to take it. And a lot of these males have this culture, which is very weird to me, that starts in childhood, where they are physically present when each other are getting down with people. So I believe, that they could have possibly been in the same room and watching while one person is engaging with another person. That's not a far-fetched thing. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like everybody's trying to protect him again. It's the whole, protect black men and let's not air out our dirty laundry in front of other people and no, protecting bad black men is not the flex you think it is. You're actually part of the problem if you're doing that. And I've been thought for all these years, with the way how he met Beyonce and all that, that he was definitely not a good person, not a moral person. And so I'm not surprised by the allegations. And I feel like there will be more. Like, this will not be the last one. There will be more. And like you said, they all run together. So they know what each other about. They're present for the things that each other have done. It's like, again, that mentality starts in high school with men. And for a lot of men, it never dies out. Like, that's why you have some of these men in their 20s and 30s, and they still having these parties and walking around talking about where the 304 is at, and they still doing group activities together, when they're grown men. So I definitely don't put it past him, and I wouldn't be surprised if more women start to come out And I think as he got older, he tried to paint this image of like, oh no, I'm a family man, and that's not who I am, to try to clean up what he did in the past, like many of these men do, right? And we're supposed to just accept that, but they don't allow women to reinvent themselves, but they can reinvent themselves, right? And so for me, it's just a bunch of foolishness and lies, and trying to protect him, like how they tried to protect R. Kelly, like how they tried to protect Bill Cosby. And I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. And like the fact that he has a child the same age of this young woman in this allegation, you could see the discomfort between him and Beyonce in that interview. It was weird as hell. It was weird as hell. And I don't care what anybody says. Like, I feel like she knows the type of time he was on and the type of energy, but I think she's doing the, oh, let me protect our family image type of thing. But she knows and he knows, because I feel like if you look at his statement, it was more focused on him trying to um present himself and protect his character, as opposed to him actually coming out and saying, I never did that. Just a blanket, like it did not happen. It was more about like, oh no, my character and my morality and did it. Sir, what morality? Look at Diddy, and that's your bestie. That's your bestie. So if I'm close with somebody, like I don't know about anybody else, but my best friend, whatever event she's having, or somebody that I really mess with, whatever event they're having, I'm gonna be there. And y'all have money, so y'all could be at every event that each other go to. It's not like normal people who are like, oh yeah, I'm besties with this person and she lives in this state, and this other girl lives in that state, so she can't really go to her events like that because she gotta get a ticket every time. Y'all could fly out and be anywhere y'all want to be at any given point in time in the world. You know how this man get down. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. You know how he get down. You've probably been to millions, thousands of his events, and you definitely engaged. And if you didn't engage, you know what be going on. So it's like, stop playing in people's faces and stop acting like, oh no, that's not me. It's all of y'all. It's all of y'all. Because like you said, at a certain point in adulthood, if you have a friend that gets down with stuff that you really, are morally opposed to, after a while, you stop dealing with them. You stop dealing with them. And that's how I am. Like, if you getting into things that are morally, like, I can't get down with, and we're supposed to be friends, I'm gonna detach myself from you, because I don't want none of that on me. None of that bad energy, none of that following me. So it's like, if you're not detaching, it's because you think it's okay after a while, or you get down with the same type of stuff. So I just want people to be for real about it. And it's like, come on, is Jay, like, Jay back in the day and Jay now were never an attractive person. If Jay was the average man and wasn't who he was without the money, Jay would not be able to pull the regular woman walking on the street, much less a Beyonce. So I feel like many of these Dusties, because he's just a rich Dusty, if you ask me, they take it wherever they could get it. And that's what he was doing back in the day. I feel like, I think the only thing he had going for him, like a lot of these unattractive men that look like him, the only thing Jay probably had going for him back in the day was his height and the fact that he was making the funny money on the street. So like, girls were not checking for him like that. And I definitely easily could see like him being called over, or him seeing some young girl and being like, because let's be real, many of us as young women, when we were in high school, middle school, especially if your body developed sooner than others, you had those dusty dudes that was 18, 19 while you were 12, 13 trying to holler at you. So it's not far-fetched
All
at
right.
all.
All right, Kim. All right, Kim. All right, I'm gonna go over here to Ariane. I'll give you
Yeah.
3 minutes, Ariane, and then we'll go down here to Flyman, because I'm interested in what he has to say, because what he commented down below, y'all can read it. And I agree with everything that Cam said. Go ahead, Ariane. Let me know if I mispronounce your name too.
No, you said it right. You one of the first people that actually said it right on the first try, so thank you.
Yay.
But I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Um, okay, so everything that lies, I think your name is, the girl next to me has said, I 100% agree with, and it's heavy on that. Every single one of these celebrities are intertwined, and there's nothing you can say or do to change that. Where you have, okay, the best example I can give to you, right, isn't even Jay-Z and Diddy, right? Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake, right? Drake got called out for being, whatever, right? But okay, a lot of people were saying that they were wondering why J. Cole exited out of that rap beef, right? Right. Because they all have something to hide. Every single last one of them have been to those parties. All of their names are on those lists. So every single one of them has dirt under the rug, if you will. But I'm going to take it a step further, right? The same way, I think it was the host that had mentioned, no, I think it was Lies, the girl that just spoke before me. She had mentioned that Jay-Z was trying this family dynamic to cover up. And I feel like that's what a lot of them do. A lot of these rappers and singer songwriters or whatever, industry plants, whatever you will, they use other people as cover ups. Jay-Z only got Beyonce as a cover up is because she like, in the industry she was one of the most prettiest girls. But let's take it a step back to Aaliyah, right? Do we remember the stuff that was coming out about her situation? It goes further back and it's much more deeper, but people would rather be blinded by the fame and the stars and the, oh well, it's never came out before, it's never been on the agenda before. It's not supposed to be in your face. It's not supposed, if you think people could walk outside and see that something was wrong with them, they would still have that fame, probably, because a lot of y'all are small-minded. But that's neither here nor there. That's where I land my plane.
Okay. All right, Ariane. I definitely agree with the stuff that you were saying too. Um Yeah, and I think that America is definitely very celebrity worship driven. So, and a lot of people don't even realize how brainwashed they are. But yeah, yeah, and just like to touch on what Cam said, Jay-Z is, I mean, we can all say it, he's very unattractive. Men that are like extremely unattractive like that, they come with a lot of baggage of insecurity and stuff like that. Cause I mean, what else? You can get all the money in the world, but you do know that most of the time when these women are attracted to you, that they're attracted to the money and not you. It's just that simple. I've always questioned Beyonce's mental sanity that she would ever reproduce with somebody that looked like that. Like I would never take the chance on ruining my lineage like that. But anyway, the fly man, go ahead.
Nah, all I was saying is this is what's really happening. So they're going after the successful BLK people first, and then they're going to go after the small people. So their strategy is to get the successful ones first, then get the regular ones. And see, we don't know what's going on because as far as like attractiveness, like I think that's in the beauty, the eye of the beholder, because
No,
a lot of women like me because not BLK women, but I'm light
no,
skinned with two black parents, right?
no. It's
So
not. Jay-Z is not a beauty in the eye of the beholder.
well, no.
It's
This
not.
I'm not arguing with y'all because I get what you're saying. He is unattractive. I get exactly what y'all saying. But what I'm saying is, even if you are attractive to some women, they still are more attracted to, oh, does he have a good job? Does he have success? So even if you're an ugly man, I see ugly men with attractive women every day, and these are regular men. So if you have something to offer a
That
woman,
fly
sometimes they'll just be
man.
with you because of what you got, even if you're attractive or not. But What I'm trying to say
Can
is
I ask you a
we
question, Fly Man? What are the, because you mentioned and I think I already said that. I said that an ugly man can get women because they're using them. They don't like them. It's only because of what they have, and that's using them. But you said something about going after the little people, which I wanted to ask you what you mean. Like, what little people, and what are they going to be doing? Why are they going after the little people? What have they done?
Okay, so first, if you want to take down a group of people that you don't like, right? First, you go for the rich people. Like, there's black billionaires that people don't even know. They're not even really famous, right? A couple, right? And then after you take down the successful black people, then you just go for the regular black people that you really don't like either way. Like, so this is the beginning of a war. And this is what we don't see is that
Okay.
they want us all gone. But
Okay.
first, they're going to start off with the rich black people first.
Okay, I'm gonna interject right there, Fly Man. I just want you to know that that is absolutely insane and it's stupid what you
No,
just
no,
said.
it sounds
No,
crazy,
no,
but
it's
watch
not.
it
It's
happen.
not. It's not that it sounds crazy. It's that it's stupid, and it sounds stupid because it is stupid. Let me say something to you. These men that are being supposedly attacked couldn't be attacked if they weren't engaged in bad behavior. If Diddy kept his hands off of children and kept his hands off of dudes and kept his hands off of everybody that he was involved in and kept his hands off of people and stopped beating the brakes off of them and throwing his weight around and being aggressive and doing these things because he felt like he had no, that there was going to be no trouble, he wouldn't be in this situation. If Jay-Z wouldn't have placed himself in association with not only one but two major celebrities that have been involved in inappropriate X activity, not only that, but him as well, then he wouldn't be in this position. I need y'all to stop acting like black men that are exposed for doing things that are wrong. But when people come after them, that there's somehow some type of conspiracy.
No,
If
no, no,
you get
I
out of
agree. They
pocket,
do mess up
nobody's
regardless.
coming after black people because they came after these men that were no good. If you know that the status quo, which is white people that are in charge of everything, don't like black people already, why would you be a black man that achieves everything that everybody wants and then be misbehaving? What you would know that you would need to do is keep everything player, everything above board, not get involved with any women. When you're at events, take your behind home and go be with your family or be with one woman or whatever. You wouldn't be out here at X parties getting it on. You wouldn't be out here trying to holler at 13, 14,
Yes,
15
yes,
year
I
old
agree
girls.
with you.
So this
I
is
agree.
their
They
fault.
still messing up. They're still doing wrong. Like Little Dirk was a fool. Jay-Z was a fool for going to Diddy parties and messing with women. No, I agree with you. But you think I'm dumb, which is fine. But watch, in the end, you gonna see when they come after you for doing nothing. You gonna
Oh,
see.
that's
You
ridiculous.
gonna see.
It's
Oh, you
ridiculous.
gonna learn.
All it is to make
You
excuses
gonna
for
learn.
black men that are engaged in bad behavior, and it's just that simple. Because if they're going after black people, why aren't they going after black women? Why aren't they? Why aren't they
First, they go
exposing?
after the
Why,
big people.
that's okay. All right, fly man.
First.
I can't. What you're saying
Because
is
y'all are
so stupid.
insignificant. That's why.
What you're
Wait,
saying,
can
Period.
I
you're
ask him
insignificant.
something?
What you're saying is
Can
so
I ask him
I'm glad I'm
something?
insignificant because they're gonna go after me last.
okay. What
Wait,
you're
can I
saying,
ask
fly
you
man, is
something,
stupid.
Fireman?
Oh, I need to let everybody else get a chance to
And
speak.
I'm not fear mongering. And to see how they always go to my page and they wonder what I'm doing when all they do is go work for a white T man. That's all that people do. So like
Okay.
I don't care.
What are you?
Scorpio. Good
Look.
job stalking my page.
Okay. Shut up.
So
Shut
can
up.
I
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Let me say something to you, Fly Man. First of all, man, it's very difficult to deal with people that have no intelligence. Honestly, it
No, no,
really
I'm
is.
way more intelligent than
No,
you'll
you're
ever.
not way more intelligent than anybody. You sound like your brain has been fried by the devil's lettuce and whatever else that you be huffing and smoking
No,
up
no,
your.
I'm sober. I'm
You sound
sober.
ridiculous. I know the slowed speech of a man that indulges in THC.
Triggered.
Okay, I know you're triggered. You're triggered. You unmute yourself again, I'm gonna drop you. I just want you to know that you're not putting anybody on any type of game. You sound stupid. You sound just like the rest of these no good Negroes that want to make an excuse for the reason why these black men are getting in trouble, other than holding them accountable for their own bad behavior and making it like this is some type of concentrated plot to get rid of black people. If they wanted to get rid of black people, there are so many ways right now that black people participate in their own destruction, and taking down Jay-Z is not something that they would even need to even do that. But anyway, I digress. It's just like somebody talks about like working for the white T man and all of that other BS because somebody has a job. Now I'm an entrepreneur and work for myself, but there's nothing wrong with somebody working a job for whoever is the person that's in charge. All right. So what you said is just stupid. Like
Yeah, no,
I
no, no.
just
I
want
don't
to
want
point
no
out,
smoke.
no.
So
Shut up. Go ahead, justify poet, and then I'm gonna
Y'all
go to
hate
T
black men.
Scorpio.
Black
all
men don't
right.
I
give a
Nobody
damn
hates
about
black
y'all.
men. What I hate is
So
stupid people. Nobody hates black men.
I,
People hate stupid men, and you're a stupid man. And I really need you to understand that. Like, y'all got to stop making it like everybody hates black men when it's not everybody hates black men. It's a large collective of y'all that are completely brain dead. Y'all completely stupid. Y'all don't respect women. Y'all can't have a cohesive thought. That's the reason why y'all literacy rates are the lowest in the nation. Y'all can't comprehend. Y'all don't have any critical thinking skills. And then y'all come up and want somebody to like defer and listen to you as you're the end all and be all for information when you can't even think clearly and have a conversation without sounding like every brain cell that's in your head is fried. Like that's just the truth. That's what it is. Nobody hates black men, and I feel like that's what y'all go to when y'all can't get your point across. Y'all go with they hate us, they hate me. You're the one that was disrespectful to somebody up here and talking about somebody working for the white man, like which doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I'm sorry, you guys. I tried, but I knew that he was dumb. Like, who calls themselves Flyman in 2020? Let me just, because I feel like I want to roast him, but I just, Fly Man, I invited you because I already knew that what you were gonna say was gonna be stupid. I already knew it, like, and I just wanted to hear your voice because every time I add y'all up when y'all say something stupid in the comments, y'all say something just as stupid or even more stupid up here on the in the box. I just be wanting to prove my own points, like, wow, he sounded stupid. Let me just see. And then y'all just open your mouths and remove all doubt that y'all are indeed stupid. It's embarrassing. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to Justify Poet, then T, and then Arion. Yeah,
all right. Do you hear me? Do you hear
yeah,
me properly?
yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So I just wanted to say the ignorance behooves me. Like I can't. And that's the only reason why I actually came up because that rhetoric is something that I've even heard from even people in my job and people around me. Like a lot of people have this thing where they're caping for this man just because it's a part of their culture and they've been around. I mean, been listening to his music, all that stuff. They don't know him to vouch for him 100%. But because he's a celebrity and everything, I notice a lot of people do that. They just cape for people and not their character, not what they're about, not anything that they've done. There's a lot of things that happened in front of our faces that we can see the person for what it is. If you wanted to turn a blind eye, okay, so be it. But be accountable for that. That's all. He's done interviews where there's like a whole girl playing with her kitty in front of on the camera while he's doing a whole interview, and this is when they were younger. There's pictures of him when he was with a young Beyonce while he was how old before they even quote unquote were dating and whatnot. So there's a lot of things that kind of show these people for who they are, and if you want to cast a blind eye, okay, if that's what you want to do, stand on it, but don't try to make it now that he's like a whole saint around this whole situation.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Justified. I think that what it is just a way to try to get people to protect and defend Jay Z, and to say, "Oh, we can't expose him for what he's been doing because the white T band is taking him down, and it'll be us next." It's just a form of protection, and it's really disgusting and gross that somebody would try to do that. But I mean, I don't put anything past these men these days. Go ahead, T Scorpio, and then I'll go back up here to Ariane.
I already knew when I heard the name Fly Guy what time he was on.
Yes.
And the reason why dudes like that like to come up and defend celebrities because they believe in their mind one day they gonna be just as famous. The fact that he got a music video that have no likes and no one knows about his music, because not only is just his music is lame, he think one day he's gonna make it. And newsflash, you're too old. Your time is done. You're not going to make it. You're dried up at this point. You have no choice but to go to work. You ain't got no choice because you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. And showing your little fake Hollywood dollars, or probably that's money from your tax return, claiming your kids and not taking care of them. That's probably what you did. And the top, the comment saying like, y'all gonna work for the white man. Who owns the music industry?
Oop, oop.
Who own the music industry? Because y'all always talk about how the Jews got all this money. The Jews own Hollywood. The Jews own the music industry. You definitely working for the white man. The more famous you trying to become, the more you are telling the white man, I am willing to bend over for the piece of your crumbs. If you think that none of those so-called those black men did not sell a little bit to get to where they at, you sadly mistaken. And the only thing you're just waiting your turn to get to get a producer like P. Diddy to put you on your knees and make you earn your money because the music is not it. The music is not it at all. You dudes up in Hollywood selling, the black men up in the music industry is selling just as much cheeks as Sukihana was doing. They doing the same thing. They eating booty. They shaking a badusi. All that for producers just to get a little crumbs. Okay. So that is why they don't mind. That's why they sit there and talk about, oh, they're going to try to take us down. But you begging the same white T man to write you a check because this is not this is not no black man ain't cutting them no check. The white T man is cutting you a check. If he can give it, he can take it away. And that shows who really got the power. Because if he's willing, because whoever writes Jay-Z check is the one is the one is have generational wealth. And that's what y'all don't understand. And that's what y'all don't understand. Y'all think by becoming someone famous that is going to alleviate you from oppression, you think you're going to be a different type of black man. You're not. Only thing you just showing that you're going to be more enslaved to the white T man. Because now, not only you're going to be enslaved to his money, now you got to be involved in some effery, the same kind of deviousness that he's into. Like, we were little kids now. You come over here and you be with this little kid too. Y'all do the same. Y'all do the same thing. You're just gonna share their deviancy. But any cahoots, back to the topic. Like I was talking about. Well, back to the topic. We all know what everyone in Hollywood. The dudes know what each person is doing. Like Cat Williams said, everyone is a part of it. All lies will be exposed. Y'all all did stuff at Diddy's party or going to these parties and be doing stuff. Every time when I see a disturbed celebrity with tattoos up and engage and have a high smex drive and engaging in alcohol and candy and look like that he's like the like the neighborhood crackhead, the first thing that comes to my mind is that I wonder what happened to him at that what's that called? They call it the audition couch. I wonder what happened at audition couch to make him lose his mind.
Yeah,
Look at
casting couch.
Chris. What you said?
It's the casting couch.
Yeah, that's what it's called, the casting couch. Yeah, you black men been on that casting couch too. And that's why a lot of them be sitting there look at Chris Brown, look at Justin Timberlake, look at all them celebrities, look like they all disturbed, look like something have happened to them. And that's why they running around, running amok, abusing women, beating up women, want everyone to share their pain because they have been a victim. So listen, if black men want to run to Hollywood to be the white T man's victim, go right ahead. He don't put you on your knees and make you earn your album. He don't make you earn your album. Because like I said, the music is not it. There's a lot of celebrities that got some whack music. I don't know how they keep making money until I find out what they did. Okay, that explains everything.
Hey, AT, I wanted to respond to Flyman. He said stalking pages is crazy and y'all hate black people and yourselves, and that's exactly what all the women up here were responding to. We knew what type of time you were on. We knew that you were trying to protect and defend Jay-Z. We knew that you were trying to protect and defend Diddy and other men that are that have been verified to have done heinous acts and gross things against women, children, other men as well. I knew that that's the type of time that you were on, but you tried to pretend that's not what you were on. And I would have respected you more if you came up here and said, hey, you know what? I want to defend Jay-Z because secretly I wish that I could be him instead of some low budget, bottom of the barrel rapper that's never going to achieve mainstream success or stardom. I envy a man like that. So it makes me feel good to be up here and be his biatch boy and defend and protect him, even though if the real Jay-Z heard my music, he would tell me that I was trash and to get a 9 to 5. So my thing is this, is that if you want to do that, but at least be honest. Nobody hates black people. Nobody hates black men. And I think that that's the problem why there are so many predators able to walk around in the black community, because black men equate accountability with hatred. Black men equate black women saying, hey, don't treat us like this. It's wrong and it hurts, with hatred. Y'all equate somebody trying to stand up and say, hey, you shouldn't be touching kids, you shouldn't be raping people, you shouldn't be assaulting people, with hatred towards the black men, because y'all feel like that black men should be able to do anything they want without consequences. And the black community, namely black women, are supposed to stand behind you and support it all, even though that same support and that unconditional support that you expect black women to extend to you, you don't do it to black women. You don't give it to them. It's like it's like an insane way of thinking. But I would really respect a lot of y'all if y'all would just be honest and say what y'all really want to say with y'all chest, instead of this BS. It's like, oh, they're gonna start coming after the regular people, so there's gonna be a concerted takedown effort for this guy or this woman walking down the street because they don't like black people. They've been not like black people. They haven't liked black people since they brought black people over here to the United States. So that's not nothing different. They wanted to get rid of black people. They have made moves to get rid of black people, but yet and still we're still here. So all of the things that you were saying was just absolutely ridiculous. And frankly, like I said, you defending celebrities out here with your whole chest, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's not gonna make you be a 50 Cent or a Jay-Z or a Diddy. You're never gonna be that. You're always gonna be a bargain basement dollar rapper that nobody knows about. Or maybe like a couple people in your city. You'll always be that. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in your lane. Not everybody can fly to the sky. Some people have to stay at the bottom and do rap and also work at McDonald's. And I'm sorry for you that that's your existence. But let me go move forward. Go ahead, Ariane.
Hey girl, hold on. I need to take my time with this one. Fly man. We done already had been on a panel together, bro, 2 days ago. Actually, yesterday. We done already talked about this in your ways. So I'll just start here with you because the host's not gonna take the time to chew you out, but I will. All right. First of all, you got on here talking about some shit that ain't even make sense. If you gonna go for anybody, why would you go for you? Okay, let me start here. Diddy has gotten away with everything these last few years because he has had money and he has had influence. That money ran out, so people came to get his ass. That's it. So when you come up here with that narrative that, oh, they're coming for the rich people and the poor people next, if you're going to come for anybody, come for the poor people first. That's what makes the most sense. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to just chew you out on the simple fact that you had sat there and tagged me in a comment and said that the Lord Jesus Christ himself will forgive Diddy and Jay-Z, but won't forgive the YT man. If you knew anything about the Bible, you knew that forgiveness is for all. Every single last person on this bitch. Do you hear what I'm telling you, sir? So before you continue to embarrass yourself in the comments, because now I'm the third person that has chewed you out. You think staying in here is going to do you some good, and it's simply not. You're just getting chewed out by the multitude of people who actually have brains. You are nothing but brain rot. And I don't get on this. I don't get on TikTok. Because you know what? I remember you now. I remember you now from when I used to be in Kamel's lives and I ran the used to clear suck his dick. I agree with everything he says. He was a man. I remember. Welcome. That's right. you from. But like we just had this conversation yesterday, sir. I don't understand where the brain rot is coming from. Maybe you need to put the ganja down. Feel me? But it's not giving. It never gave what you thought it was gonna give. I don't know what you expected when you came up here with that.
Okay, all right.
But I'm the third person to chew you out. So
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go over here to Cam. Did you have something to say, Cam? And then I'll go back down here to T. I really don't know what's wrong with this man. Oh, you know what I did want to say though, real quick, Fly Man. Men have one chance on my platform, one and one only. I don't give men second chances, nor would I ever. You know, you were up here. I told you to stop unmuting yourself. You didn't. You didn't respect. I never in my life seen you before. You come on my live, you keep unmuting yourself. I tell you to be quiet. You keep going. You like, this is my house. You think that you're going to come in somebody's house that you don't know and run things? That's not how things get down. So nobody's scared of your response at all. Just nobody cares to hear it. I don't give men second chances. I don't know how much to tell you. You violate, you disrespect, you don't do what I'm telling you to do, and this is my live, then you have to get gone. And it's really just that simple. So try that with somebody else. Maybe them, girls you be messing with give you more than one chance, but not me. You know what I'm saying? Um, the only person that's a joke is you, Fly Man. I know you smoke um the devil's lettuce. I know that you do. I can tell that you do by your slow cadence and your slow way of speaking. And I'm telling you right now, you need to enroll yourself into a rehab and stop it because it is killing every last brain cell that you have and it is causing your speech to be delayed. And if you don't smoke anymore, sir, then that is even sadder because that means the damage is already done. How do you think that I knew that you smoked? Huh? It's because you speak in a delayed, slow way of speech that I hear a lot of black men speak in, and it's because the what can I say? The substances are affecting y'all brains and the way y'all process information. And the damage is already done, like Justified Poet said. Seriously, I just want you to know that. Like, that's how I knew. So I don't want you to say that. That's how I knew. Period. And it's been told me. I know a lot of people like to smoke, but there's a lot of studies done on the fact that it can affect certain people's brain chemistry. Now I don't know if black men are more susceptible to this type of thing, but or maybe y'all smoking Reggie, and y'all not smoking the good. I'm not for sure, but I knew when I heard your speech that your brain had been damaged. Your cerebellum, your medulla oblongata had been affected by, narcotics. And that's sad. And I think that you don't understand that your brain isn't functioning at peak capacity. I think it's functioning at about 10%. Just like when your phone goes off and it flashes that red and says, "Hey, you need to charge me. We about to die." That's the type of percentage that you're on. Yeah. Y'all reporting this live? That's ridiculous that y'all stay reporting my lives. I'm gonna go ahead and block Flyman because who's reporting? And I'm gonna look in here, and if you're a man and you're in my live right now, I'm gonna block you. Cause y'all swear that women are the most emotional, but it's not true. Y'all don't like the things that I say, and y'all start reporting. And it's really embarrassing. Flyman, you getting blocked because you a snitch. Bye. You gone. All right. Kim, did you have something to say or whatever which one of you ladies want to speak? It's up to y'all.
Yeah, I'm over here dying laughing from the stuff you were saying to him. But I think him along with all these other dudes, the reason why they become so magically vocal when these people get called out for doing things is because it resonates with them. They're guilty of something similar. It's like when you're in the conversation and you're talking about women that take back men that aren't no good, and you have that one homegirl that's been with her no good man for 10 plus years, and she's like, well, you can't really judge because da, 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 because that guilt is eating her up because it applies to her, right? That's what's happening in the situation with these dudes. The guilt is eating them up because they're like, dang, and this dude has all this money and he can't even have protection from this, what if, what's going to happen to little old me when somebody realizes what I've done in the past and it catches up with me? I definitely am not going to be good. I'm definitely not going to be able to avoid jail time. And that's what it is. And so I just think like hit dogs will always holler and these men stay hollering. And with 50, 50 is a whole clown, but he's always reveling in like somebody's demise. But I think that he better make sure he's straight too, you know, because they might
Yeah.
be coming for him next. So if you gonna revel in it too, make sure that you straight or don't speak on it at all. Like a lot of these other celebrities who just don't speak out or don't say anything because they know like, I'm guilty, so they keep their mouth closed. But he likes to, revel in it, enjoy it, and speak on it. So he better make sure his plate is just as clean because people are not playing with these people anymore. I think overall, we're in a time presently in this country where people are tired, especially women, especially Black women, and we're tired of seeing people get away with injustice because of who they are and how much money they have. And people not going for it anymore. So if they see an opportunity to hold you accountable, especially if it's in your wallet, they're going to take it. So all of these people better look back over their life choices and come to terms with what may or may not be in store for them in the future. Because if he actually did it and he had any type of sense, he would have handled it behind closed doors and paid his whatever way he got to pay and give an apology. But because he's been so vocal as to say like, nah, that's not my character, without outright saying I just didn't do it, now the floodgates are going to be open for all the things he has done. And I'm sure this won't be the last thing, just like it wasn't for Diddy, because most of the time where there's smoke, there's fire. And, they're going to go down a rabbit hole and people going to keep coming to the forefront. And that's going to be his legacy, which I feel has always been his legacy. He's never been squeaky clean. I seen the video of him putting whole hands on a female fan. I understand that emotion that Solange had in the elevator with him, because I feel like she know her sister is not that bright, right? And she know her sister is a pygmy and will let him walk all over her and not stand up for herself. And she's that fiery younger sister who's
Yeah.
like, nah, not my sister, because that's the sister I was. Because I know my sister was a silly pygmy. And I was that younger sister that was like, no, you're not going to play in my sister's face, and was always ready to have smoke for dudes over her because I knew she was dense as hell. And it didn't get me nowhere, just like it's not getting Solange anywhere. But that type of energy towards your sister's partner comes from something.
Yeah.
She's witnessed that treatment towards her sister over a long time. She's witnessed how he's done her wrong. And so that's where that comes from. That doesn't just come from having a disagreement over family dinner one Sunday. She's probably seen years of things that we don't know about. And she had it up to here and was like, yo, let's square up, because I'm tired of you, and I'm tired of you, mistreating my sister. So she knows at the end of the day, she, Beyonce gonna my man him to death. She gonna stand behind him despite whatever he does, which, again, is very unfortunate for her. But also, you have a daughter yourself. So look at the example that you're setting and letting her know, like, that's okay. Like, that's embarrassing to have to stand next to that man, and you have your daughter, and the allegations. You could see the discomfort between them.
Yeah. I mean,
It's apparent.
I definitely agree with you, and I think that you made a really good point with the salon situation, because I definitely do agree. I do think that that was the reaction of somebody that was fed up and that had been like holding in a lot of stuff and then just started going crazy. Cause I definitely agree with what you're saying, and I mean, and I do believe also what you said about the where there is smoke, there is fire. I definitely believe that there are more things to come out. I do think though that Jay Z is more of a person that is low key, that works behind the scenes. I had said this on another live. Like there are so many celebrities that were like on the Breakfast Club that talked about they had maybe said something and they had did something, and Jay Z, either Jay Z or his people, called them behind the scenes and told them like, "Hey, y'all got to do this, that, and the third." I remember Boosie had did like a Breakfast Club interview and he talked about when he had said the stuff about Dwayne Wade's trans daughter. What's the daughter's, I think Zaria or something like that. That when he had said the stuff that Jay-Z had like called him and told him that he needs to say something else, and I think Boosie had said something like either he didn't talk to him or he told him that he wasn't gonna do it. And so that just lets me know that definitely he does something. He works behind the scenes when stuff go on. So I definitely agree with everything that you said, and I think his time is coming too. And with 50 Cent, like he always be on some BS. And I like Carmel Mermaid had mentioned in the comments. She said that she felt like he was just doing the interviews 50 Cent so that the heat would be off of him. But I believe that all I know is that if I was Jay Z and I was Diddy, I would be working overtime to get anybody that he may have screwed over, anybody that he may have did bogus. Because you know they said that he had burnt up his baby mama house that he had gotten for her, and they said that it was under suspicious circumstances that it burnt up. But you know they couldn't necessarily pinpoint it to 50 Cent, even though he was accused of it. You know, so he got some skeletons too. But let me go over here to T and then Carmel Mermaid. If you have something to say, T.
Yeah. No, like basically what I had something in my head to say regarding to these dudes up in Hollywood and everything, but oh man, I think it kind of like slipped my mind. Hopefully it'll come back. You know, only thing like I'm gonna comment is how Solange handled Siraj. I forgot how to. I don't know how to say her name right. How she handled him in the elevator is actually like that's the spirit me and my sister on. Like, like yeah, I'd have tore him up in the elevator too if I watching him mistreat my sister like in my face. I don't care if my sister was in the wrong. You mistreat my sister in my face, and you're a man. You gonna get this work. You can play with anybody else's sister. You ain't gonna play with mine. Yeah, that's the energy I'm on, and Jay-Z's definitely a piece of garbage. We all know that he is. You know, we all know that. You know, he used to sell. I live in Brooklyn, and he used to sell candy in school, in high schools when he was living up in Brooklyn before he became this rich, famous.
You muted, T. Okay, she got a phone call.
Illuminati muted
All right, she
the
got a phone call.
Illuminati muted her.
Huh?
I said the Illuminati muted her.
Oh no, she's got a phone call. She got a phone call. You can go ahead, Carmel Mermaid. Then we'll go back to T.
Oh yeah. Um. Okay, so about this the whole Jay Z thing. Yeah, I think he's trash. I do remember he poked his own brother from what I heard. Um. So if you could poke your own brother over a candy dealing, you are capable of doing anything heinous underneath the sun. So I'm kind of at the point like, I'm kind of believing it, but if anybody go on YouTube, there's this medium, and she talked about this. She literally said around this time, around end of 2024 or the beginning of 2025. Long story short, they was gonna go after Jay Z. They even She even predicted by the spring or summer of 2025 you're going to start hearing divorce talks between Jay Z and Beyonce. So that's why she's doing all of these other ventures now. So she have something, she has some money to leave, if that makes sense. Like she's trying to scroll up her coins to leave out, to get out the relationship. So yeah, that's what I said. With this, go to YouTube. And yes, I did. I do believe that 50 Cent is doing all this talking just to get himself just to get himself like out of the fire. And then also, If you keep doing talking, if you keep talking, they might start to open up what's it Jam Master Jay's case, because rumor has it he has something to do with it. Rumor has it he has something to do with his unaliving. So yeah, Stone Bella, that's the lady. Sloan Bella, that's the lady. So yeah, all everything that she's saying is true and it's coming into light. So I guess Kim Porter is exposing everything to her and it's all coming into light. So uh
All
that's the only
right.
thing I'm gonna say about that.
Okay. All right. All right. Um, I just think that we as the I would say the black community, but the black community includes the men and the women, and I'm not quite for sure that the collective of the men are willing to do this. But I'll just say I really do think that we as black women most definitely should stop giving grace to men that are accused of horrible things. I just especially or trying to center ourselves in protecting them in any manner. Like, oh, I've seen black women literally make videos about Jay-Z where they're saying that they're taking down our black men. They're destroying our black men. Look at what's happening. Well, if these black men weren't doing things that they had no business doing, that wouldn't have happened. If R. Kelly had kept his hands off of teenage girls and also women and stopped doing all these perverted X acts involving Buki and a whole bunch of other stuff, he wouldn't be in that position. Because I remember when I was very young, and that R. Kelly tape came out and I remember it was being sold everywhere like a bootleg. And what's crazy is that now that you think about it in hindsight, that was like, child da, 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 and that nobody should have been looking at that. But that man, because I remember actually looking at it myself. And I remember, I was young and I didn't know any better as far as like, the full, you know, that was something I probably shouldn't have viewed, but I remember it was like a whole bunch of my friends who had a hold of it, and we were watching it because we wanted to know if it was R. Kelly. And remember seeing that it was definitely R. Kelly for sure. Somebody called him Robert in the video. And for him to go through all of that, be so very clearly obvious that it was that Negro, for him to go ahead and you know get off of that, to get out of that charge, and then not to be like, what, phew, I'm a big celebrity, I got out of this trouble, I'm not going to do this behavior again. For him to go ahead and then continue on in that behavior moving forward is absolutely insane. But I don't believe child predators, people that indulge in child, viewing it or actually participating in it. I don't believe those people can be rehabilitated. That goes for men and women. I believe that if you've done that to a minor, there's no rehabilitation for you. The only rehabilitation for you would be in the dirt. I don't believe that you can ever be fixed. That's just my opinion. I don't know if that's controversial or if people believe that or not, but I don't believe there's any rehabilitation for someone that crosses the line and engages in that. And even the people that call themselves like minor attracted, which is really disgusting, but those people that just say that they're attracted but they wouldn't do anything, I believe those people deserve the same fate. As I said earlier, those people, you can't be trusted. So I understand that with I like I said, the whole R. Kelly thing, I'm not on his side or anything like that, but I do feel like his fate, since he was able to skirt around it, he wouldn't be in a position that he was in if he couldn't, if he didn't stop his actions. And as far as when it goes to Diddy, like his behavior was flagrant, out of pocket. He was doing it to anybody, everybody, like he was above the law. And as a black man who has access to money and privilege and power, do you think that those white people really want to see you in that position of power? They don't. They don't. I remember my mom used to say this is exactly why, if you're doing really well and stuff like that, or you don't let, the others see how you're living or see what type of job you have, or if you work on a job, you don't tell them your salary if you're doing well, because they don't like to see black people with any type of power or privilege or living in a good way. And especially if they perceive that black person to be living better than them, they don't want to see that. So Diddy also brought this on himself, flagrant bad behavior. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't have been in trouble from the first act. I'm just saying that the reason why people went after them is not because it doesn't have everything to do with them being black. It also has something to do with flagrant bad behavior over the course of decades. Like, I don't know if y'all remember Diddy and Steve Stout, where the, like, if y'all remember the Hate Me Now video with Nas, like at first in that video, Diddy and Nas were hanging up on a crucifixion cross like Jesus, with the crown of thorns all around their heads. And I remember there was a whole bunch of backlash for that. And Diddy apparently wanted Steve Stout not to put that in the video. He wanted him to take that out because I guess apparently he felt like the backlash would be there. But Steve Stout went ahead and put it in anyway. And he mentioned that at that time, and this is all, you can all look this up online. It's not like you have to take my word for it. You can, all of this stuff is verifiable, that Steve Stout, who was Nas's manager, I'm not for sure if he's his manager still, but Diddy had went in there with a whole bunch of with security and beat the brakes off of Steve Stout, beat him mercilessly. And that now, even now, and to this day, Steve Stout be caked up with Diddy, smiling to be at them parties. Ain't nowhere in the world, if you beat me like that, we could ever get back on good graces. But you had that. You had, I don't know if y'all remember when Diddy hit his what's his name, Justin, his son's coach, at college football coach, in the head with a kettlebell. I don't know if y'all remember that. You know what I'm saying? Or a whole host of things that Diddy was on board for doing, that he continued to do. And he got in trouble with the law with several of these things. He should have chilled out when the Shine situation occurred, because the lady that got pew said that Diddy did it, and he put it on Shine. She is the one that was the victim, and she said that he did it, and I believe her. Now, he could have stopped and chilled after that. He didn't, and now he's in the position that he's in. And as far as Jay-Z, the same difference. I don't believe that he stopped any of the bad behavior that he had before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these men, if you keep on and you keep on and you keep on, and you only power and privilege is going to take you so far. Look at Jeffrey Epstein. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to take you so far. Look at Harvey Weinstein, the other man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all know about Harvey Weinstein and all the stuff that he was rumored to do, and his friendship with Oprah, and that infamous picture of, I think, Oprah being with Harvey Weinstein and Rita Ora. If y'all know who that is and how it looked like in that picture, she was offering Rita up to him. It was very suspicious. But all I'm saying is that eventually your time is going to run out. Like, if you believe in God, cool. If you don't, whatever. But I do, and what is done in the dark is always going to come to the light, period. It's always going to be exposed eventually. Nobody's going to get away scot-free with this type of bad behavior. You know what I'm saying? Or either you're going to end up you're not going to be on this earth no more. God is going to be like, you know what? Yeah, you can't be here any longer. That's just my opinion. And I think that that's where all of this stuff is coming from and going to. But this whole idea of black being coming in my lives and trying to act like we're supposed to defend Jay-Z, it just doesn't make any sense. And like, I think people forgot about Jay-Z. Like, I think Maya, the singer Maya, said it without saying it, how he kind of like blackballed her, probably because she ain't want to, do what she needed to do for him, actually, allegedly. She had said that when he did that Best of Me remix for her, that he had said that she had an attitude because she didn't seem as grateful for his rap verse. And you know how ugly Negroes are. I'm sorry, I hate to break it down to looks, but ugly Negroes and pretty women and feeling like they did something, those men are always going to try to weaponize like some type of power or privilege over women, because that's the only way they can get women that look like anything, because they're so unattractive and ugly. And then I don't know if y'all remember like the Superhead book, but I read that, and I remember her saying that she was in the back of a limo with Jay-Z, And Jay-Z was like, you know, if you want to be in the video, I think it was the Big Pimpin' video, you know what you got to do. And he just pulled out his, you know, and was like, get to work. And she said that she got to work and she got in the video. So my thing is that let's not pretend that this man doesn't have a whole host of things surrounding him too. Not to mention his 30-year association with Diddy. Like I don't know how many context clues that we can ignore, or how many things that we wouldn't ignore if it was a regular person. Just like I said earlier, if y'all knew somebody that was best friends with two people that was involved in the stuff that Diddy and R. Kelly was in, y'all would look at the other person weird too. You would, but now y'all making excuses because y'all like Beyonce music, or y'all stand for her, or y'all like Jay-Z. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense. And when people like there's one more point I want to make. When people talked about the whole idea that we're taking black men down and all of this other stuff, and I don't believe it's a black issue. I believe it's a Hollywood issue, a Hollyweird issue, that the people that are up there, that are in charge, that pull all the strings, the foundation was built on people that wanted to take advantage of kids, people that wanted to do freaky stuff without getting in trouble. So the foundation is already built on degradation, actual deviance and all of this other stuff. So when everybody else decides moving forward, they want to be a Hollyweird, they know that in order to be there, that they have to do things that they may not want to do. Or they may have to do these things that they don't want to do for so long that they end up actually enjoying the things that they do moving forward. And if you think your fave, I'm going to say it, Beyonce, or your fave, Oprah, because I had made a video about Oprah on my YouTube, and there were women that went nuts on me. But if you think a black woman is able to become a billionaire in this world, in Hollywood, and you don't think that she has some dirt on her hands, you're crazy. You're insane. Like, you're literally nuts. The white men have dirt on their hands. So what do you think a black woman is going to have in order to make it to that pinnacle? And it's not saying that black women aren't talented, black women aren't beautiful, black women aren't intelligent. I'm talking about how the world works. If you think that Beyonce has been in this industry for decades, especially being as beautiful as she is, and you think that people haven't tried her, if you think that people haven't said, hey, when she was on the way to coming up, that you got to do this, that, and the third, you're dumb. You're dumb. I mean, it's just, I don't know what to say. And it's not to put anyone down, but it's just to say that it's a dirty industry that they're working in. There, exactly, just like Kim said, there are no ethical billionaires. None. None. You don't get to be there without doing something. Period. And then it's like, and I wish that people would really use their common sense, because somebody might say they disagree. Let me say this. If you think about a date that you went on with a man and he tried to press you for intercourse, or you went somewhere to a club and you had a drink and he tried to press you for intercourse, or get you to do something you didn't want to do because he bought you a drink, or he took you out to dinner and bought you a meal that cost, I don't know, $100 or $200, what do you think men will do if they are in control of a person possibly becoming a billionaire or a millionaire or becoming one of the most famous people in the entire world? You think that men aren't going to take advantage of women that are in those positions? Somebody says, hey, I'm about to give you your own talk show. This will probably catapult you into stardom, and you'll be able to do this, that, and the third, and you'll be so rich and so famous, and you'll be able to do all this stuff. You think that a man is not going to take advantage of that? When you have men that want you to drop down on your knees and they bought you a Happy Meal from McDonald's, they bought you a doggone lemon drop at the club, or a Long Island iced tea. Like, y'all got to be real here. You know what I'm saying? It's just logic. It's just simple logic. If the average everyday man wants payment, you to do something, and he ain't even really did nothing for you, what do you think they're asking when they're actually going to do something for these ladies? I'm going to put you in this movie. I'm going to give you these albums. I'm going to sign you here and this, that, and the third. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like people don't look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? And it's, like I said, I'm not trying to take down black women. I'm not trying to take down black men. But all I'm saying is that Just because somebody is black doesn't mean they're right. Just because somebody is white tea doesn't mean they're right. I think that, like, when you're looking at people that's in Hollywood, you have to take race completely out of the equation, because all of them people are on the same type of time. All of them child stars going crazy and going nuts, talking about, oh, they can't talk about it, but all the things that happened to them. Have y'all seen them doggone Justin Bieber compilations of all the different white tea people that were inappropriate with Justin Bieber? Like Pink kissing all on this boy neck and face, and he was only like 15 or 14. That the LGBTQ white guy that does the car interviews, how he was looking in Justin Bieber's eyes and telling Justin Bieber that he had beautiful eyes and he was so beautiful. Suspicious. They got a throwback video of Demi Moore back in the 80s. Demi Moore kissing on some little white boy that was like 12. And he was looking like he was looking at her like a grown man. I was like, that was on YouTube. I was disgusted. I said, what the heck is going on here? If you think all of them people in that industry of any color are doing anything right, you're crazy. And you may be right that black people may get it first or may get it worse. But if you're a black person, you should already know that they're going to attack you before they attack their own. Like, I just don't know what to say. Like, y'all know how STDs came into the world, right? What Christopher Columbus was doing to them animals and why STDs are here, right? What demographic did that? So are you expecting any type of, like, you know what I'm saying, morality from people that do that? Like, and that continue to do that type of behavior? There's a whole thread on Instagram of, white tea women that have relations with animals. Like, and underneath them videos, they be like, oh yeah, I caught my girlfriend doing that. I caught da-da-da. That's what they do. And it's not black people saying that. It's other white tea people saying that. So it's like I said, it's just a whole it's just a whole hotbed of disgustingness, of debauchery. Really. You know what I'm saying? Yes, and just like Shirley Temple. Exactly. Old school. Now, my mom used to watch Shirley Temple movies. You know what I'm saying? My mom really liked black and white movies. But yeah, exactly. Like, people act like this stuff hasn't been going on for literally longer than any of us has been alive. It has been. And it's been all of them, and it's been what the foundation of Hollywood is built on. So I don't understand why people are acting like you wouldn't, like, black people that are trying to put a foot in the door, they wouldn't have to get with the program. Period. They probably telling them, you think your black behind about to get in here and get this money? Okay, you think you're going to get this money, you about to do everything that I'm telling you to do. Even if you don't want to do it. Even if your morals don't align with it, you going to do it. And anytime you get involved in bad behavior, you know what I'm saying? At first, it may be distasteful for you. At first, you may not want to do it. At first, you may be against it. But when you keep on and you keep on and you keep on and you keep on and you get in the lifestyle of sin, eventually it's not going to mean nothing. Eventually, it's not going to be a big deal. Eventually, you may even enjoy it after you keep on keeping on. And that's just the fact. So it's like, I'm not saying everybody started out bogus. But, it is what it is. But I'm done talking about it. Let me see what people are saying in the comments. God love freedom. Exactly. They created all of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is like they hands down, they have been involved in the most off the wall behavior. And now, and some of the things that black people are involved in right now that's off the wall came from them, and they don't even realize it. That you just doing what they doing. But anyway, let's see here. Voster99 said, I never heard about Christopher and animals. Go back over that. Just look it up. You know what you should look up? Voster99 or Vaster. Look up, how did STD start? Just look that up. God love freedom. You said that those Korean K-pop stars are outed. I'm not surprised. It's a lot of essay over there in Korea. It's a lot of essay and abuse against women in Asian countries. People don't talk about that. It's everywhere. And it's every race of men. Let me see. Yep, Miss Good News, who said that there's a lot of them unaliving themselves because of the abuse. Yep. Um, let's see here. Vaster99 says, not that last thing. I don't know that all black men have done that. Well, what are you talking about? Not all black men have done that. I didn't say all black men have done anything. I don't think all men have done anything. I think there are men that are deviants and there are men that are not. Do I believe that there are more men that are deviants than there are men that are not? Yes. But I don't believe all men are capable of anything. I don't speak in absolutes. Uh let's see here. Broke fraternity men take advantage of women. We know rich men do. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. I was just saying that. If you think a broke man is going to try to take advantage if you do something, what do you think a rich man going to do? It's really just that simple. Um, but I will say this, as far as speaking in absolutes, I do believe that a person that's a billionaire, they're not ethical. None of them. Not a single solitary one of them. If you are filthy, stinking rich in America, you've done something bogus to get there. Period. Or you're perpetuating something that is bad for the majority of society. Just like Jeff Bezos and Amazon. He is got his people working really hard, taking advantage of making the harsh working conditions, telling them to go work in like tornado season and storms, and that resulted in people losing their lives. So that billionaires, that is something that I would speak in an absolute with. There's just no way you're going to be a billionaire and be a good person at all. No. Yeah. But anyway, you guys, everybody left, so I don't want to keep just bumping my gums and make you guys listen to me, because like I'm sure y'all not trying to hear me bump my gums all the time, and I'm already past an hour. So I try to do these lives now for at least an hour. You know what I'm saying? So that I can upload them to TikTok, not TikTok. I'm on TikTok, to upload them to YouTube. I am going to do another live about later on about Remy Ma and Papoose and cheating and all that other stuff. Thank you so much, Tao Bay. Tao Tay China. Oh, no problem, Cam. It was so good to get you up in the box this time. That was amazing. Wasn't that like the first time you've ever been able to get up here, Cam? That was so great. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. But yeah, so anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. I may come back a little later and do another live. Yeah, I thought that was your first time. That's so great. It's so awesome. But yeah, so they have my girl up there, so it was great. But anyway, I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna get up out of here. If you're a black woman and you're listening to this, I just want you to know that you are amazing, you're awesome, you're special, you're valued, and I hope that you have a great weekend. And